Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. You look at Golden State. Well, they are on top of their game right now, and guys on top of the league, the best record in both conferences.
Kevin, I really like the way this team has picked it up defensively. Their intensity has improved, their communication is better, and you can see the end result in terms of the number of wins they've been able to accumulate lately.
Well, there are a few other things you can point to that have been factors in their success lately, but I'd agree. It all starts with the defense.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Thompson and Barnes, the 2 and 3. Down low, it's Green and Bogut. And it's Curry in the 1 spot. Harden can't hit.
Well, as you know, there are polls for just about everything in sports. Last year, Steph Curry was actually voted as the most trustworthy player in the league.
Thompson with the bucket.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
The 3 from Harden. Again, the miss by Harden.
You could see it in his eyes. It became mano-mano. He wanted to return the favor with that. But just didn't get it to go. Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here. A nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Here's Terry.
Well, with only 1 attempt so far falling, this is not looking good. 1 for 4 so far.
Curry passes to Barnes. It's Curry with the drive. It's stolen by Ariza. An even 3-on-3 break. And Harden with the stuff.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
Wow, now it's just a 1-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Fantastic basketball on the open floor.
First team foul.
What a great play to sacrifice his body and take the hit.
Yeah, I thought that was excellent awareness and anticipation to beat him to the spot there. Not so long ago, this Golden State Warriors franchise was in disarray, and boy, what a reversal it's been over the last few seasons. Excellent chemistry, and it seems they have a real culture that players want to be a part of.
Bogut sets a screen for Curry. 3-pointer. That one goes. Count it. Curry's got his first 3 points of the game. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. And for the Warriors, that chemistry and culture of hard work really starts in the summers. You know, Steve, almost all the players coming in early to work together.
Well, that's how you get better. I mean, you really improve in the summer in this league with the work you put in. And you know, a lot of the Warriors players stick around the Bay Area and work every day. That's the kind of commitment it takes. Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim. Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next 2 days.
And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Keep it going for your Rockets power dancer.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Joey Dorsey's checked in for Howard. Smith comes in for Terrence Jones. Brewer is checked in for James Harden. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Jason Terry. Then for the Warriors, Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Green. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson. Here's Prigioni. And stolen by Barnes. Here's Iguodala. The Rockets pull it in. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And Kevin, I kept waiting for them to get back into that game. It seemed like they were capable of it, but it just never happened.
Well, I didn't see it, Steve. I mean, you had much more faith in them than I did. I didn't think they were showing any signs of life. We were watching the same thing, but perceiving it differently.
Spates sets a screen. Nice job coming off that screen. Curry's got 5 points so far.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
He only dishes to Dorsey. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. 5 points in the game.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
Curry's shot is off. Here's Brewer. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
And I'm just so impressed with the long-range shooting. They have really lit it up from outside.
Yeah, the sharp shooting from deep, a big part of their lead, and they're playing with confidence and shooting it well.
They've got Joey Dorsey, Trevor Ariza up there with Smith. Then it's Corey Brewer. And it's Prigioni in at the 1. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. The Warriors leading. Spates kicks to Livingston. Deflects the pass. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Livingston is running. That's good. Livingston's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Warriors. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And we're also seeing a lot of fast break hoops, so this team doing a nice job getting easy points.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in.
You look at how efficient David Lee is around the basket. Can go over either shoulder and use either hand to score. Or his wrist in high school is part of the reason why he's been able to develop that offhand so well.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Andre Iguodala is sneaky good. He said they say numbers never lie. I'm the opposite. I think numbers always lie. My game having a huge impact. It may not show up on the stat sheet, but if you watch closely, you'll see it. And Kevin, Draymond Green said, every team needs an Andre Iguodala. He is such a smart player, he does everything. Guys?
Green, a smart player in his own right. Thanks, Doris. Livingston passes to Barbosa. That is good. And the Warriors lead by 5. But with David Lee and his broken wrists, often having a setback like that in the early age, Clark can be a blessing in disguise, and he is definitely one of the most skilled scorers with his offhand.
Yeah, he does a really good job as an ambidextrous finisher. And it really puts the defender in a pickle because oftentimes as a defender, you want to try to take away one side or the other. with David Lee, you pretty much just have to try to square him up.
Andre Iguodala spent 8 seasons of his career in Philadelphia. Steve, a tough sports town. He said he felt wrongly criticized.
Well, at times people called him overpaid. They wanted more out of him in terms of being a star and a scorer. That's not really who he is. I mean, it's his all-around game that makes him special, his great defense, his ball handling, but not necessarily his scoring.
Here's Thompson. Jason Terry picking up that last basket. Iguodala kicks to Livingston. Shot clock at 5. And Andrew Bogut, the bucket on the assist by Livingston. Bogut's got his second bucket of the night.
And Iguodala, now in his 30s, sporting a few gray hairs. I haven't seen any of them yet, but maybe they are there. He's still a great athlete and a fantastic ball handler for a swingman. So his drive and kick game, really a terrific fit for the Warriors.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Iguodala, a decent shooter from long range, but that's never been his calling card offensively. Instead, he's a quality playmaker, and the player moves well without the ball.
The Warriors making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. The Warriors making a switch here. Curry's checked in.
And checking out some numbers for James Harden. Night in and night out since the All-Star break, he's been totally in control, guys. Check out the numbers. He's averaging 27 points per game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And those are tremendous assist totals. You don't even need the numbers, really, to see just how confident he is with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, that's really accurate, Steve. I mean, he is loving playing the quarterback for them.
Curry. Banked in off the glass. Curry's got 7.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. It's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Knocked loose. Stolen by Thompson. Fires for 3. And Steph Curry gets the 3. And now a 5-point Warrior lead. Terry dishes to Ariza. There's the triple. Can't get it to go. The Warriors go the other way with it. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And Kevin, in that game, we saw a lot of sloppy play from the opposing offense. They coughed the ball up way too often.
Yeah, and that did make things really easy, guys. Nice to get a win if you're on that side of it and not to have to work too hard for it.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Ariza kicks to Jones. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
It's Curry. A sensational shot at the buzzer.
And perfectly timed. Couldn't have done it any better. How about the poise under pressure?
Well,
unbelievable.
Guys, he got himself into as good a position as he could before he pulled the trigger. What a play.
And so that brings the first half to a close. The second half just about to get going here.
3 three-pointers.
Yeah, when he's been able to get squared up and get a good look at the basket, it seems like everything's been going in.
Golden State foul call. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Curry and Thompson, the Splash Brothers in the backcourt. Barnes and Green, the forward tandem. And it's Bogut in the 5 spot.
James Harden with the most famous beard in the NBA. In fact, he leaves his barber in charge of trimming it, so you can give him all the credit, or maybe the blame, depending on how you look at it.
And the basket by Curry.
Seems like they're